In this video, we're going to talk about getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Hello and welcome to another video at Nature Affinity. This is Seth, bringing the joy in the heart of nature. Now, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, it's a paradoxical concept, you could say, but it will change your life forever, as it has changed mine. Now, I will give you an example or two from my life to illustrate the concept. I'll start with the phrase, I don't believe that anybody can be successful in life from their comfort zone. If you're comfortable and you love it, awesome. But if you want to live an extraordinary life, you must get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It must be something that you seek out to get uncomfortable. Because if you seek out your comfort zone every day, there's no growth in that. Your growth and your comfort are not coexistent. It's just like a diamond. A diamond is formed under pressure. Very extreme pressure to become the precious stone that it is. Without that extreme pressure, a diamond could never exist. Now, in my life, for a number of years, I habituated a comfort zone for a very long time. Did it get me anywhere? No. I just did the same thing every day. I was entrenched in a comfortable routine, working a job, paying the bills, stuff that is ordinary. No extra about it. So, here's a story for you. One day, I'm working a very long day, very long job. We worked 15 hours that day. And I start driving. I felt this sinking feeling in my heart as I was driving home that day. I drove through an accident scene on the highway. Now, I knew it was my mom that went off the road that night, but I couldn't bring myself to accept it. So 3:30 in the morning, the next morning, the police arrived at my house to let me know that my mom had died in a fatal accident. That moment will stick with me forever. As you can imagine, it's very uncomfortable. And one day, something like that might happen to you, that somebody that you love transitions unexpectedly, suddenly from your life. I was talking and laughing with my mom the day before at the river. We're having a jolly old time. And then the next day she dies in a car accident. Just like that. I became very uncomfortable in my life. I had no direction. I entered a dark void, if you will, in mentally, physically. Nothing really seemed to matter anymore. I was so used to habituating that comfort zone that being ripped so suddenly from it, I had no idea what to do. I had absolutely no idea. I was numb to the feeling of anything. I couldn't even feel sadness over the fact that my rock had transitioned to the other side. So, over the years since then, this was back in 2017 that this was experienced by myself and my brother, that our mom suddenly transitions to the spirit world. And so, over the years, I've gotten very comfortable with being uncomfortable. Been driving very long hours, working very long hours, doing all kinds of different stuff. I do ice-cold therapy. I take cold showers every single morning. There's a lot of trepidation around that for a lot of people. So that resistance to the resistance. You know you're going to have resistance when someone you love dies. You're not going to be able to accept it for a very long time. The grief is uncomfortable. You never ever get over it. It's something that you learn to live with, that discomfort. Just like anything in life that's uncomfortable, like the cold therapy, it's that resistance to that resistance. Like your body has resistance to being exposed to extreme cold or extreme heat. But should you take your time to actually get over that resistance to the resistance that your body has, it's a mind over matter thing. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Anything. I've gotten to the point where my body says, I don't think I want to do the cold shower this morning. I say, get over it. And I'm like, come on. I'm not harsh about it. I'm loving. I say, just get under the cold water and get it over with. And as soon as you get that cold water pouring over you, it's a huge metaphor for getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. When somebody you love dies, it's very, very unfortunate, very grief-striking. But what makes it the worst is our reaction to it. That's what makes it the worst. Because it rips us from our comfort zone and we're ripped wide open. It's uncomfortable for us to be that vulnerable. But there's power in vulnerability. I would go so far as to say that to achieve success in anything in your life, you need to get comfortable with that feeling of vulnerability. You need to be okay with being uncomfortable, vulnerable. To even get this video started, it was uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. Feeling all the feelings coming up. It can be very uncomfortable. The sadness, grief. But you feel the feelings and let them go. Feel the feelings, allow them to be, and let them go. Get comfortable with that uncomfortability in your life. And then when joy comes around, joy, happiness, gratitude comes around, and you can cultivate these. You can milk these for all they're worth. When joy shows up, say, hallelujah! It's another beautiful day in paradise. Milk it for all it's worth. Make it your own. Make it your own unique brand of joy. And you want to feel it and get into the groove of it so you feel it more. Gratitude. In the morning, I write a gratitude journal every single morning. I write down all the things that I'm grateful for every single day. It's a great way to start your day. At first, I was sitting there with my pen, And then I started to write. And then I kept writing and writing and writing some more. And then I said, oh my God, I have so much to be grateful for. I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm healthy. It's another beautiful day in paradise. I am blessed to have this present moment to live in. Think about it. There's a reason they call it the present. It's a gift. Now, get comfortable with being uncomfortable in the now. Because whatever extraordinary desires you may have, you're going to have to get uncomfortable to realize them in your life. You're going to have to get used to being uncomfortable, to that feeling of being ripped open, vulnerable, uncomfortability. You're going to have to get used to that in order to succeed in whatever extraordinary goals you may have in your life. If you can get comfortable with being uncomfortable every single day, you will get better and better. I'm actually forgetting who does that quote, but it's a great affirmation. It goes like, every single day, in every single way, I'm getting better and better. It's amazing how words can change your life. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's another beautiful day in paradise. Breathing in the fresh air, listening to the river behind me, in front of me. I'm basically standing right in it right now. It's another beautiful day in paradise. Peace.